everyone, thank you for watching Gathered Brains channel. We're playing Torrents of the Spellhoarder with April, Joe, John and Tommy. My name is Gabor and we are in the middle of undoing undeath. I would like to please ask everyone to please introduce their characters shortly, and let's continue with the mayhem.
Hi, good morning. I'm April. I'm playing Mayra Deepscar of the Azure Abyss. She is a Triton of the Open Sea paladin. And if I'm making weird facial gestures, it's because I feel a sneeze coming on.
The smite is prepped and ready to go.
Joe?
Hi, my name is Joe, and I will be playing Rax, who's a Ranger Worm Slayer.
I'm John, and I'm playing the Turdo Cold-Blooded Echo Knight.
Hey, I'm Tommy. I'll be playing Ferromalars, the young bronze dragon, heir of Sraim Sturgeon, the legendary ancient ones.
Yes. Yes. Alrighty, so 5 weeks have passed. The sated Contessa is almost is nearing the Isles of Centaurus. It's very near to an island called Kirako, which came up during the investigation as a place where they would drop Covenant Willis off if you don't find out if he was guilty or innocent. And on your way during these weeks, Captain Beats Short Pebble was ensuring you that he's really confident that he knows the way to avoid Morgar, the necromancer Kraken, who roams these waters and rules over the city of Arbushi, subjugating deep sea elves. So you found that the killer of Solvian Finanza was Lord Pretus Nerkra. His motivations and goals just faintly coming through as he laughs maniacally as you barge into his room and confront him, and Ko puts him at the sword's tip, and he calls for his master and laughs that his master is on its way, coming, and tries to hold you back until his master arrives by releasing a vampire from a bag, and from the puff of smoke, this deep sea elven vampire with shabby black hair rises from the smoke, changes into its true form, and launches at Mayra, and Ko fights and stands up against Lord Pretus Nerkra when thunderstorms can be heard from outside, and you can hear lightning strike and thunder roar, and the ship rocks and rolls, and suddenly 4 gigantic explosions hit the ship, one of them landing very near to you, striking an enormous hole in the hull of the ship, which is more like a beautiful shape. And as it strikes, it hits Ferromalars directly, and some of you partially, and as the dust and the cloud settles partially, because it's all a mess. The walls crumble, and these planked wooden, very, very, very thin walls just fall out of their places, and there's dust and smoke everywhere as these gigantic, fiery, heated boulders crash into the ship. You can see Nerkra, Cole can see Nerkra in front of him, laughing and unharmed. So you do your best to change that. And and soon a fight erupts, and Cole is fighting Nerkra, and Mera is fighting the vampire. And basically, the thunderous blast of her trident, she throws the vampire out of the cabin through these planks, and with the throw of the trident nails the vampire into the boards. Ferromelars saves, crushes the bed and saves Kaduin Vilas from the manacles that hold him. There is, and of course Rax heals Ferromelars, and you are in this confrontation and battle with these forces. When you can sense and see the water rising, the ship tilting, and
Big explosion.
and there's a huge explosion from the hold in the middle of the ship. You can immediately, after the explosion and all the meteors hitting the ship, you can feel it tilting, and you can see the water coming in. You can hear the crew on the main deck and even behind the doors to your sleeping area, shouting in pain and fear, and there is distinctive sounds of battle outside. So there are weapons clashing, and there are some faint roars in the cries of the crew that try to survive, and then there is a tremendous roar from outside, and these crew members closest to you can hear them shouting the name Morgar, and in utter fear and panic. So this is where we jump back into action, and we have our initiatives rolled. We have you had your actions, and now it's time for enemies' actions. So first, it's the deep sea elf vampire in front of you, lying prone at your feet, grabbing into Mera's ankle, and what it does is it looks you in the eye, and you can sense this emotion running through your consciousness, trying to actually envelop your consciousness, and your clear decision making. And I would like to ask you to roll a wisdom saving throw.
Why does it always have to be wisdom? I do really great at charisma. Okay, so wisdom is... Oh, I have to remember to add my charisma modifier.
And also this is a charm effect, if you have anything against charm effects, protecting you from charm effects.
I do not, but wouldn't that be cool? No, but I do get a, let's see, I get a +8 to wisdom, and then I get to add my charisma plus, so we're gonna get a +11.
That's
That's
nice.
pretty good.
Pretty safe there.
So that's a 24.
Alright, so you have this very strange and unexplainable feeling of being sort of attracted and being attracted towards this vampire. Like you're on the same side, sort of. You kind of understand its motivations and such, and then you whisk it away. You know, you just you focus and it's gone, and it hisses with its huge fangs at you, being still pinned to the boards at your feet, still holding to your ankle with one very, very strong hand, and that was its turn. The other actor is Lord Pretus Nerkra. strikes at Cole. With this dagger dripping with ichor.
Ko ain't scared, but I am.
Don't be scared until you see what it does.
+9.
Yeah. I'm just looking if it can do sneak damage straight on. Let me check if it hits. Oops, that's a 24.
That hits.
That hits. And let me check if he can, if he has any abilities to supposedly his ability. I don't think he can.
No.
Oopsie. And he needs an ally, that's why he had the vampire, but the vampire's gone. So it does D4 plus 4. I'm just rolling the D4 here.
And Ko needs to roll a
6.
Constitution.
Yeah, that's 6 points of piercing damage, and you need to roll a Constitution saving throw against poison.
Constitution +8.
DC 15.
18 on the roll.
Nice. So this blackish greenish ichor that drips from the dagger obviously contacts the wound, but you don't really feel any effect. So it's a new turn, and first one to act, let me check initiative, it's Rax. A 26, stunning 26.
Only do things in a stunning manner. And speaking of stunning, didn't something fall out of his bag?
Yes. What happened was that he turned his bag inside out and sort of like as out of a portal, so not like naturally out of the bag, out of a black hole that appeared at the mouth of the bag. The smoke came out that turned into the vampire, and the share relic dropped on the floor. It is. He has mentioned that, Master, I have what you've been seeking, but he's not. You know, he had the chance right now to reach for it and pick it up, but he's not picking it up. Okay, so it doesn't seem to be of relevance to him for some reason. At this point, what do you do?
I think Rax is gonna see that, spit his apple out, and then take a dive out to try to grab the relic off the floor and shove it into his pack.
All right. There are these barrels and stuff, like as you can see on the map in front of you. So you like 1 feet on the smaller barrel, another feet on the larger crate, and then you jump into the room. Please move your character on top of this gray, let's say, table.
I will say he's also not trying to be super graceful with it. So I'm perfectly fine just like, crashing on top of the relic.
Okay, he will definitely stab at you from the. Oh no, there's
perfect. If you leave,
the
square.
That's my 3.5 line. Yeah. Just move your character in there, and that you can do all of this in a move action. So you have one more action if you'd like to.
But I can scoop it up as part of my move.
That's part of your move. Yeah, you can scoop it up.
Okay, great. In that case, am I on the floor or am I standing?
I would suggest you're standing. Your choice, man. If you're prone, then you need to stand up. That's another.
If I can be super cool and kick it up into my hand or something, that's great. Since I'm so close, I'm gonna take my battle axe and try to hit the vampire with it. Or who am I in the room?
Nercro.
Move your token next to Nercro, please.
Okay, great.
Or I do it if you want.
It's there.
It's there.
Did I do it?
It didn't refresh.
It'll do it.
It's there, yes. and
All right.
make
Yeah.
an attack roll. Please.
Let's do it. And pull my sheet up here because I'm prepared. Because I'm a professional. Here we go. Here we go. Okay. Let me add my pluses. Oh, thanks, Albert. We're doing this as a team. And perfect. Roll it. Roll that.
Oh!
That is a 14.
That's a miss. So you strike at him, and he draws back a bit. He's very dexterous.
You dirty red.
Dexterous and dexterous, and he just you miss him by an inch or even half an inch, but he just pulls back a bit, and your swing just goes towards Cole, but you bring it back.
Oh, he still smells like lavender.
And the ship tilts.
Yes, he does.
And the ship tilts a bit.
The ship tilts a bit.
So that's
We will roll for balance checks.
Checks.
Please, everybody. Actually, at the start of your turn, please
Start of
roll
your
for a DC 10 balance check. The ship rocks. Boom. Heavily.
Okay. So are we? Oh, DC 10 balance, then it's a Dex check.
Mm-hmm.
Can we use athletics?
Balance. It's balance. It's athletics. Yes.
Okay. It's a 17.
Nice. You all stay standing. Everybody on all fours, like Malars, it does not need to roll for a 10 or with advantage or whatever.
Luminous can fly out the hole.
All right, that's a hole to the top, to the ceiling, and a hole to the
bottom.
To the bottom, yeah. So you can see through to the cruise area, cruise sleeping.
And
area.
all the way through, so there's water coming in
No.
from
It's
like
just
a hole in.
it's just the cruise sleeping area.
Alright.
If Cole looks down, he can see this area below level. So yeah, that was Rax.
Can I ask a quick question?
Please.
You mentioned shouts and everything from the top of the ship.
Mm-hmm.
Do we also hear shouts coming up from the crew's quarters through the hole? Like there's still people trapped down there?
No, but from the main deck and from behind your doors and from above, yes.
Okay, thanks.
But there's like of course there's cries of pain from below. So the meteor swarm just went through, So whoever was sleeping or just residing there, they got hit badly. But probably the force of this just killed probably everyone there. At the meteor. So that's probably just there's a faint, some kind of a growling coming from downstairs from their sleeping quarters. Groaning. I'm sorry, groaning. Help me out there. English is hard, especially for me. Mara, it's your turn.
Alrighty. So since we are still right in front of this vampire who looks pretty beat up at this point,
Yes,
right?
you can see from these bars, the red bars, that Nerkra is
There's a sneeze.
that's where the smite comes. The holy sneeze. Nerkra is like mortally wounded almost, and the vampire is almost seriously done. So this wound that you put into its chest, very wide, with the divine radiant damage he did. And again,
Okay.
the trident just sticks out of its body, holding it back
Okay.
to the floor.
Then she's gonna pull back just enough to slam in again and strike with the trident on the first attack. Do I need to roll to hit, or is it with advantage? Oh,
It's with
prone.
it's with advantage, and it's holding your ankle still. Don't forget.
Okay, so I have an aura of liberation where I can't be grappled or restrained.
So at this moment, you just pull your ankle out of its grasp, like it was a baby holding you. It just cries out again, and then you strike.
Okay. And that is a 19 plus
That's a hit.
Clean
Clean hit.
Yeah.
Almost critical. You strike it at the throat. Blackish blood just shoots out from its undead veins.
Ooh. Okay. So now I need to do my damage with that, which is going to be... We're going to start with 5 points of piercing, and then 1 point of lightning. I'm going to assume that doesn't do it.
At 1 point, everything.
It's like licking a battery.
Yeah.
So I'm going to actually burn a 3rd level spell slot. Because Honey Badger doesn't have time for this. So we're going to expend a 3rd level spell slot. So that's going to be 2d8, 3d8, 4d8, and then we get an extra 1d8 because of improved. So that's 5d8.
And it's an undead.
And it's an undead.
It's dead. Thank you for that reminder. What an amazing DM. So, yes.
And while you're rolling your 6d8s, I'm telling you that I forgot to mention Father Volnir stepping out of the room behind you just last turn, and being like really bloodied and dirty and torn clothes and everything, and looks at you and eyes widen and starts casting. You're wounded, right?
Me? Yes.
Yeah, we'll cast a cure spell, and Codwin Gvilas is just cowering in the room, sort of taking cover semi behind Feromalars, and trying to not be there until the fight is over. So what's your 6d8 damage?
It's going to be 35 points of radiant.
35 points. That's 109 damage in total. Okay, so the vampire that's the first hit, right?
Yes, that's the first attack.
So you plug it out of its body and then just stick it into its throat like really hard. I think you have shield in one hand and you're doing it this one-handed, but still like force it down its throat, and there is this blackish blood spraying all over your feet, which it is still holding at your ankle with one hand, and it does. What?
The liberation thing.
Oh, the liberation. Yeah, it doesn't. Oh, sorry. And it tries to cry out or growl, but it can't make any sounds. It's just like as you prepare your second hit, I guess, or strike.
Okay. Alrighty. Why won't you die?
And also, its white light just burns through its body, and you almost behead it.
Alrighty. So second attack. That is going to be you. It is a 9 plus AC 18.
That's it.
Okay. All right. So then we are going to do 7 plus. This is just from the trident damage. Where did I just? Oh, because I pulled all my d8s over here. Okay, so that's going to be 15 points of damage from the trident. It's 7 of the piercing, and then 8 points with the lightning.
Nice. So the lightning burns its body, smoke coming out of its skin smokes.
Is it time for some divine smites?
It is aching for another mighty smite to be put down forever, actually.
All right.
It is
Then
begging me.
Okay, let's burn another 3rd level.
Thank you.
And it's going to be 15, 17, 27,
That's it.
Uh,
That's it.
Okay.
So
33.
what happens is that you miss the head, and your strike hit the throat, but now you just pull it out and aim better and just strike it into its head. The trident goes between the eyes. There's this glow of radiant light, and its head just poof, like explodes into several pieces. The whole body just turns into a puff of smoke, and just goes through the cracks and tries to disappear. Now you can roll for a religion skill check, please.
Okay.
Especially if you have ranks on it.
Yeah.
I guess.
That was a natural. So with the +6, it's a 26.
Okay, so you know exactly how this works. This needs to get back to its coffin or whatever is the resting place.
Okay.
And if it can't, it will in an hour. If it can't reach it in an hour, it will be dead forever. And you are on open sea. It doesn't float back to the bag or anywhere near it. It just shoots, directly out of the ship, sort of. So it's probably away from its resting place, taken by an aircraft for a long ride, and it's gonna be dead there. So it's 1 hour, but it cannot change back. It's gonna stay in mist form and going to die in an hour. So this vampire is gone.
And you said that
Move it
Father
forward.
Walner, Father Walner pumped some healing into me.
At the end of the turn, I just try to catch up with them being there, just as a reminder.
Sure.
Please remind me if I miss it.
Okay. Alrighty.
So that was heroic. It's cool.
Alrighty, let's put this other guy down.
So he's like maniacally laughing still and looking into your eyes, and Morcar will consume you.
And Ko is just like the rage from the second wind is still like there, but like just unflinching, untalking, just putting the guy down.
And yeah,
We got a
Morcar will bring me back.
27 on the first hit.
Oh, that's like an amazing strike in the middle. Whatever you want to place it, your choice. Between the eyes, into the heart, wherever you want it.
Okay, and then I probably ought to roll the rest. Or are you saying that might be enough?
Excuse me.
Oh, with my other attack.
Oh,
should
just
we-
make the roll the damage, and we will see.
Okay. Damage, and then we'll see. Yes.
Because then you might have some other. Well, ooh, that's pretty. That's a pretty tough roll.
20, and because of that too, I'll take 8 healing from my soul, my crystal blade. It lets me do a little bit of healing off the roll. Yeah, so 20 points of damage there.
What happens?
He halves it, yeah?
He halves it. Yeah. What happens is you. Oh wait, hold on. Yep. So what happens is you strike into the middle of his chest, and you can with the crystal sword you crush through his ribs, and he's like spitting up some blood, and he's smiling, and I will return in undeath and seek my revenge, and looks directly into your eyes very menacingly, but you need to help him achieve that. But also he pulls the blade out of it, so like he reduces the damage to it with uncanny.
Alright. Our next one is 19 to hit.
And then you slash at him again. And strike
Excellent.
him.
Ooh, so we got 8, 12 points of damage on that one.
12. That's 89. He's still alive.
Alrighty, and then the final hit. Ooh, that's a wolf. 13.
That's a miss.
Oh,
Let me check again. I'm sorry.
Oh,
No,
it's
that's
a miss.
That's a miss. Yeah. So you stab at him and he pulls out of it and just changes position, twists his body a bit, and the blade goes passing by, and then he tries to strike at your vein as he sees it showing in front of him when it's his turn. So Feromalars.
Feromalars.
Also,
all right.
excusez-moi. You have advantage on attack because you are flanking this guy, and I like flanking.
Great.
And he's distracted because he looks back and there's a dragon behind him. So he's not sure where to switch his position, you know. So you can roll that 4 again and see if you can.
Oh, me?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because you strike with advantage. So the others just the rest of the attacks hit, so there's no need for that.
Oh wait, roll with advantage. So
Roll a d20.
No, just roll a
please.
d20.
Another attack. Oh,
well, that good.
yep. He's sure about that twist and sidestep.
Okay,
So he
at
looks at
this-
fellow Mirars.
Yeah. And at this moment, Lars also makes the attack with advantage, I guess,
Yes.
and just chomps down on the guy's head.
Mm-hmm.
19.
Fancy dice. It's a hit. You grab the Lord Pritus Necros head in between your teeth. This feather in his head just tickles your nose a bit, and then you crunch it like really hard,
Crunchy time. 15.
and he's dead. There's this sound of crack, and as you release the bite, his body lumps over the floor and dead.
Okay. So the coast is clear.
I remove his body.
Oh, are we still in turn base?
Yeah.
We might be. Yeah, we could be. But let Father Volnir finish his.
Wait,
You
Lars
move?
might take a move action, yeah, and fly out the hole. If there's no threats or anything, just to check out what's up.
Yes, I will describe in a second. And we are still in turns, and Father Volnir rolls 3d8 plus 3. So again, what's your damage? Could you assess this, please, for a second? So Mara, are you like half hit point, quarter of it? How are you?
I am at right about half hit points. Yeah.
Cole, Rex.
Give me.
I'm doing great.
Good to hear.
I'm only like a third down. No less than that.
Yeah, Lars is incredibly damaged.
Mhm.
110 hit points.
So Mara gets healed 16 points of damage. Father Volnir just reaches at his holy symbol, touches you, and says, "Let the Redeemer's Holy Spirit heal your wounds and give you his essence. Let me channel his essence, and then your wounds just close and 16 points of damage is gone."
Mayra just places a hand on his shoulder and nods her head in thanks and acknowledgement of the divine gift.
So at this, I would like to describe two things.
On second thought, Lars just flies out and then flies back. So just does a kind of fly around. And
Wait, where you go? Oh, he's coming
peeks
back.
out.
Never mind.
Yeah, because that 110 points of damage.
I tell you what happens. Thank you for adding that, because as you fly out, stick your head out, you see something that immediately forces you to return. But you see carnage. You see, actually, what you see is a blast of extreme cold over the main deck, which freezes and kills a couple of the crew immediately, like a handful of the crew that are running immediately, and you bring your head back down below the main deck's level, so you can all see through this gaping hole this huge blast of cold just swashing, just a wave of energy just going above your head through over this hole. You return. Kadu and Gwila says, "Don't go anywhere! Please don't leave me here!" And cries for help. And then, what also happens is that the doors behind Father Volnir and behind Feromelar smash, and these creatures enter from the main deck.
Oh, you gotta be kidding me.
These are... Can you see them?
Mm-hmm.
These are definitely not living creatures, more undead. These are marrows, and please again, if you have ranks and if you're willing to, would like to, please roll a religion skill check.
That's for religion, I got a 22.
Oh, that's nice.
I got an 8.
What's religion?
What's religion for? Okay, so Father Volnir's eyes widen as he behind him, this towering figure, which is actually a marrow, these cursed merfolk that have been changed. Some say that that's not part of the religion check, but some say that they've been formed by Demogorgon itself. These marrow, huge, not huge, technically large creatures, but towering above, like standing way over 8 feet, towering above Father Volnir and matching Feromelar's size with their tridents. But you can see, especially if you zoom in on the image, I will do so for our kind viewers to see better, they are missing their skin and their bones are showing, and they look like undead. So with your religion check, Mara can deduce that these are probably, from their quick movement, they're probably not zombies. Probably they are probably wights, especially because you can see their hands glowing with this black negative energy, or actually the claws glowing with this black negative energy that they are going to strike with very, very soon. One target is Father Volnir, and one target is the other is attacking Feromelars. I'm rolling, checking their initiative. So I'm rolling a d20 and see what their initiative order is. And yes, there are crying children in the house. It's a 12.
I'll write it in, Gabi, okay?
Please put them into the initiative order. And it's Rex immediately reacting in the next turn.
So I think as the doppelganger fell, he probably put his apple back in his mouth, and then when he saw the marrows come, spits it back out, and then braces up against the wall, whips out Celeste, and says, "On the Shadow's Gate I write your name as I rip it from this wretched life." And he infuses the oath bow with that oath and names one of the marrows as his favored foe in that, and fires.
Yes. Also, if it was that doppelganger, which it is not, it would turn back into its original doppelganger shape, but it remains a cracked skulled human lying at your feet.
Ah, very cool.
And very bloody also.
Sorry, Gabi, I can't add it to the
I
order.
will, don't worry.
I can put the number in.
A 28.
That's, oh my god, that's a perfect hit.
Alright, let me figure this damage out. Give me 1 second here.
Okay, no worries, just calculate. I'm going to, why can't I add him to the initiative track?
Are you targeting the one that's going to go after Lars? Joe.
I'm sorry. I may have to do this manually. This is a lot of dice.
I would like to see it.
Say it again.
How do I add 2? Because I need to roll 2d10 plus 4 plus 3d6 plus 1d8.
Oh, you just click the
Click it
number of
many
dice.
times.
As many times as you need it.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, just re-click the
be-
dice. Yeah.
Beautiful. Thank you. All right. So for the first part of the roll, we've got 14 plus
yes.
4 is 18. For the second roll, the 18 plus 14.
It's 32.
Okay, and then the last part of the roll is dun 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 dun. Hang on one second here. Okay, here we go. And then just a straight D8, and then a 1. Hey, fantastic.
33, and any pluses there?
That's the cherry.
That's plus 4.
Where was I?
That's 37.
30, yeah, 38, no, 39. 30, what? 37? 34 plus, yeah, whatever, 47 or something. So you strike it in the middle of the head. It's, I'm adding the 37. 1 sec, I can't add it to the initiative check for some reason.
Goes right before Lars.
37. And you can see from the bar that it's almost dead. So there's this. I would like to note that Celeste is a large size heavy crossbow, suitable for a giant, that Rex is handling with ease, being very practiced with these type of oversized weapons. And this almost ballista size bolt just flies through the head of the marrow white, and it just wriggles in place, but stays standing, but is almost dead.
I think Rax would be like, huh?
And also, you know, the power of the oath bow just pulled the bolt into the middle of its head, you know. Like,
Awesome.
yes. It is Mara's turn at this.
Okay. So the first thing Mayra is gonna do is impose herself between Father Walner and and the McNasty. And actually, if I kind of move right here, can I provide not only blockage to the one immediately in front, but also like at that point be able to give him full cover to the one that's by Lars, so he basically can't, you know, that it's good. So the one in front of me can't target him because I'm there.
Yes.
And then the one that's in front of Lars, I'll give cover so that one can't target him either. That's what.
Well, it's obvious that the one in front of Ferromalars will launch itself at Ferromalars. They don't have like ranged weapons. The harpoon is a melee weapon, so they don't have means of hurting Father Volnir, and Father Volnir is going to very, very quickly go back to the room and hide into cover. So you're good. You know, you're good at the position you are.
I'm just making
as
sure.
you look back, but actually with the same move, you basically push him through the door inside, you know. And
Okay, great. Okay. Well, we are gonna hope. So I'm gonna attack the one directly in front of me, and let's roll a hit. I feel like my dice are starting to get used up with the good rolls. I can kind of feel like good energy is reaching out, and I'm going to start doing some really crappy rolls here.
Bond with your dice. That's right.
Yeah, don't let me down. Hey, 19. So with 19 plus 9, that's a 28.
Yep, you hit it in the middle, where it hurts the most.
Okay, great. And so the first is going to be 10 points of piercing and 4 points of lightning.
It it's okay. So you strike it in the middle of its chest, and you strike at its withered heart, and you can see at its claws this black energy that surrounds its claws is just gone, and it collapses and wriggles like a bit like an eel in front of you, but then it lays motionless.
Okay.
Gone.
So that one is gone. I am then, with the rest of my movement, I want to move in front of Lars. Can I?
That's occupied space, so they are in front of each other.
Okay. Well, I'm going to move this way, so it's going to rethink striking Lars.
Mm-hmm.
So right here. Wait, Schneiser. It won't let me.
Excuse me.
It won't let me. Okay. Anyway, I'm there. Okay. I think we were both trying to grab it at the same time. That's why I couldn't move. So yeah, coming in on the side. So it's like, hey, look at me. I'm fish me. You nasty McNasty.
Mm-hmm.
Since so we're not is this considered flanking?
No.
Okay, I didn't think so. We have to be on either side. in order
Opposite
for it
side,
to
yeah.
be okay. So we're gonna roll.
You can strike at it with your other attack.
Right. Okay. I'm rolling to hit.
It's a large creature. You raise your shield high, and from below your shield you strike with your trident under its arms, and it tries to.
I think we're going to use our inspiration.
Yes.
Because that was like AC 13.
AC 13 actually is a hit.
What's that?
That's a hit. 13 is a hit.
Oh.
Okay. Sorry, somebody just showed up at our door, so you guys may hear
Yes.
a lot of dogs very excited, or maybe they were just really excited about that hit.
Yes.
Okay, so that was a 13 to hit. So now we're going to do 1d6. Let's see. So that's 9 points of piercing, 7 points of lightning, and then
16.
we're actually gonna burn. I'm gonna burn. What did I just say I did? Okay, I'm gonna burn a 3rd level spell slot. I'm gonna hold on to that 4th level. I'm gonna burn a 3rd level spell slot. So what do we say? We already figured this out. That's 66 because they're undead. Where's mine? All the D8. That's going to be that's gonna be 14 plus 7, so that's 21 for the first 3, 21, and then another 10, so 31 points of radiant damage with the.
Okay, so this marrow raises one of its claws to strike at Feromelars's neck or body and drain its life force. And as it raises the arm, you just swoop in on your knees like Brad Pitt in Troy, and you raise your shield above.
I repeat, Angelina Jolie.
Yeah, and raise your shield above yourself to protect you from the mass of the creature from above, and then you strike from below under its arm, which has been raised at its armpit, sort of like into the middle of it from the side. There is this white, yellowish light that covers your trident again and burns through this creature, and you twist it as you strike into its body, almost missing it, by the way, but at the very final moment you just, one more inch, one more reach, and you reach it, and you twist the trident, and as it rotates it just rips through its body, burning it like a heated knife through butter, and it just collapses in front of Feromelars's, and it's dead.
Great.
It even cries out, or like growls.
MVP.
1 hit. Yep. Nice.
Right. At least when you're fighting undead, it's good to have a
A paladin in the house, yes.
right.
So Father Volnir peeks out, and Kaduingila speaks out, and you can hear the cries of the crew from outside.
And Lars is wheezing as through it's broken like a vertebrae. Let's get everyone off this ship.
Okay, so Father Volnir immediately comes to you and heals you, so let me roll for that. Please go ahead, April.
No, I was going to say, so Mayra next to Lars, because she's been trying to get to him this whole time, slams her, she slides her shield up, slams her hand, retracts the trident so that she can do all the moves, and slams 50 hit points into Lars.
Ooh. So,
that feels much better.
and also Father Volnir brings the
I got more.
brings the constant 16 hit points of healing. So that's 66 altogether. And your wounds, especially when Mare touches your wound, these huge burn marks and these huge, actually probably you have a broken leg and wing and all that, they just regenerate and they're back in place, and the pain is gone because there was lots of pain, and it's all gone, and you're not okay, but you are again at the shape where you can continue to act normally, not at the brink of death.
Exactly.
Yeah. Well, and so Mayra's intention with that is something's up there and we're going to have to work to get the crew. So she wants to get him back into good fighting. So if you need, if she sees the visible whatever that would indicate he needs more healing, she would pump. So basically, I don't know if I can just kind of meta and ask Tommy, like, we need another 20 hit points, another 30.
Yeah, 44. So you do see some wounds still.
Okay.
He's
But
two-thirds of his.
Yeah, that's a third, maybe third, fourth of my hit points.
Yeah, you're fine, because I'm sitting here with you. Like,
Consider yourself being
we're
fine.
gonna hold on to that last.
It's okay. So you see that it's Lars isn't concerned with the wounds at all.
Okay. And I was gonna say, because I can also never mind, he's a dragon. Where do you even put it? She was gonna shove a potion for healing.
Splash it like holy water.
Right. We learned from Baldur's Gate 3 that you could just throw
potions.
Yeah,
Okay, so at this moment from the outside, the ship tilts more. Water comes in from below. You don't hear any sounds from below deck, but from above deck, from the main deck, outside and on top of this level where you're at, you can hear actually Morgar's voice casting an arcane spell that probably sweeps through the top of the ship again, and you hear the death cries of the crew members outside, sometimes faintly through these cries of death and pain and agony, and also the cracking, as I said, the moaning body of the sated Contessa, which just breaks apart, and you can hear the wood and nails and everything just coming apart from all this damage that the ship suffered. Somewhere you can hear the voice of Gix, very high pitched. Try to save yourselves, man! And also you can hear Jade shouting, "From behind! Watch out! Deck below!" All that. Dock below deck! And these cries outside, there is massive commotion and the agony of survival outside.
I think Rax is gonna whip Celeste on over to his back, and straightened himself out and goes, "Well, you heard the captain. Time to leave." Start heading over to Lars.
All right.
And I would have a
to
narrative.
Lars. Okay.
I would have a narrative point too that Ko would do. Is there fire close within where we were fighting?
There's no fire here, but you can smell
Okay.
smoke, definitely.
There's probably something that lights up the room.
There is no fire here.
Okay, no fire. Never mind that. I won't do a narrative thing.
Is
Okay.
it dark? Is it dark in the room?
No. The sun shines through from the outside. It's daylight. There's a hole on the roof, and sun shines in, but there is smoke, so it is a smoky, dusty wooden splinter everywhere in the air still. The ship is very tilted, so again, balance checks on like dexterity, acrobatics checks, and you need to hold your stance to stay afoot, and you can hear these cries, and I would like to add that Mara, someone who's adept with ships and waterborne vehicles and knows how to handle them as profession, it's part of her profession. You know that this ship is sinking, and it's gonna sink in in seconds. This is if a ship is in such a condition, it doesn't take much for it to sink. So probably like 30 seconds, 40 seconds, it's gonna be totally underwater. So it is at a very, very bad condition. You also think that the oil just blasted through its side, for example, or one of the meteors. It came through the roof and went into the cruise cabins, cruise quarters. Maybe another one just blasted through the whole ship, and there's a gaping hole or more in the ship, as you can see from its angle and the water level rising at this height. Basically the water comes up from below already, from the cruise quarters. Which is my level. What do you guys do?
Question. How many people can ride on my back?
I was prepared for that question, and you have a strength of 21. I checked, and you can 15 times 21 pound. You can carry 21 times 15 pounds, which is 300 something. I checked, so you can carry probably one fully equipped person on your back, or maybe
But not Ko.
a small one in addition. 360 or something. You can do the multiplication.
But Rex is getting ready to mount
Yes.
ours already?
Yes.
You said, yeah?
That's
Listen,
21
mate, I don't
plus
care if you
15.
carry me in your claw and your teeth or whatever, but we gotta go.
315 pounds. That's what you can carry and fly.
Everyone else jump in the water.
All right. I'm moving Rex to mount
Lars. Okay,
Lars.
so can we? So those doors that lead out into the main deck, we can
Yes.
see through. So can we see like what's left of the crew? How they're? I'm not going to do nearly whatever you think cool thing I'm about to do, Joe.
I know how we're gonna get Ko. I know how we're gonna get Ko.
Tugboat?
His
Okay.
shell on the back with a rope.
Yep.
So what Mayra's trying to do is see if she can see out into the main deck about.
Look out!
What's
Look out! You just move your token out the door. You will see what's happening. So when you move
Okay,
out,
so I do have to move out the door in order to be able to see. Okay.
yes.
Door on the side there.
Two doors on the side,
Oh, okay.
where
Gotcha.
the marrow came in. Yeah,
Okay.
marrow.
And Lars flies out.
So you fly out the hole. Please move both characters just outside.
Sure.
Somewhere. Yeah,
I'm just
there.
trying to get a lay of the land of what's going on so that she can then decided next action to try to.
So what I would like to add is that Cuddling Villas is, as you depart, all of you like leave the place, he's like really, really afraid and runs after Mera and stands next to the wall and, is it safe to go out? Is it safe to go out? And then Father Volnir stands in line next to him. Are we good? And then Cole will tell me what he does. And
I was going to say, Cole would bring up the rear. I think he would think about dragging the corpse of the other guy because he'd really like to burn him where there's only ashes left, but that seems like a lot of work. So I think...
grabs the bag of holding, tosses it to Co, put it in there.
Yes. So yes, in a very
that little witch later.
Yeah, so then I would spend a turn just stuffing his body into the back of the holding. And just because like I would want his spirit if it's still in the room. Ko would say, I don't know if you're still here or not, but you will not go to your master. You will not receive a reward for your work. You will burn. And then he would bring up the caboose to get on deck.
So this guy with the cracked skull, you stuff him in. Are we talking Lord Pretus now, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
So you stuff him into the bag. It's a 2 feet diameter mouth of the bag. Yeah. So he's a slim guy, so you can kind of like. It takes a while. Let's consider it takes a while. But you stuff him into the bag and move after Mera. But when Mera steps out of the room onto the main deck to see the whole ship and what's going outside, and when Lars flies out with Drax on his back, you all see the gigantic form of Morgar rising at the side of the ship. Show you an image of this scene. I need to make it small.
That's great.
And you can see it grabbing onto the ship, and which is bent, which is like absolutely broken, and there's a huge black storm brewing above the ship, which was actually, I'm sorry when you asked if it's light, there is light coming in, but it was daylight before. Now it's darkness and dark clouds above the ship. There are lightning strikes hitting the ship, and actually the crew like picking them one by one quite rapidly, not like rarely like it would in a normal storm, but quite rapidly, one after the other, systematically killing the crew with the lightning strikes. And as you can see on the image, it casts like a cone of cold, and there's people freezing into the water next to the ship when they jump. You can also see some other arrows striking at those who jump into the water, clawing at them and stabbing them with their harpoons, and just finishing them off as they try to flee from the ship. The ship is almost on its side, so when you step out of the door, it even tilts even more. You guys from the air, Philomerars and Drax, you can, it's a horrific scene. You feel like a small bird next to this creature that just engulfs the ship with its tentacles, which are all marked with golden runes, and shoot death in all kinds of forms at those overboard. And as you exit the ship, for some reason, right at that time, it speaks and says, "All that is in my sea is mine.
All that is in my sea is mine to possess. Your ship and your life force. King the wretched elves shall. I have already learned its secrets."
I'm sorry.
And chokes and
and
falls.
suffocates. At this moment, you can hear Captain Geeks, and you can also see him from the air. It's some frontal part of the ship which has risen as the whole ship broke in half, basically, just before jumping into water, shouting back, standing next to Jade, shouting back, "Abandon ship! Save your lives, mateys!" And he jumps a perfect jump into the water with Jade on his side, who, as he jumps, turns into a dolphin. Captain Giggs, grabs the fin of the dolphin, and they are on the. Actually, I'm sorry, I missed one point. Giggs drinks a potion, then shouts, "Abandon ship! Save your lives, me mateys!" and jumps off the ship. And then Jade turns into a dolphin. Giggs holds on to the fin of the dolphin, and they go underwater super rapidly, like dolphin speed, like, and they are gone. They leave the ship behind. Some of the crew members, still alive. They look around. They have nowhere to go, nothing to do. They see some of the others who jumped off the ship either being harpooned and clawed to death by a couple of, it's not too many, a couple of marrow whites in the water. Others are being held in the tentacles of Morgar, or being utterly, frozen, or just their bodies being basically torn apart by different spells that this colossal, gigantic Kraken necromancer is throwing at them. What do you guys think?
How far is Lars from Morgar?
Well, count. I will remove the image now, so you can do your math and counting.
Everyone's ready.
Ooh, who did I delete? I deleted someone. Oops. That's poor Godwin with us. Okay, so yeah, you are like what? Like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's 50.
The other side
that's
of
like
the ship,
120, 150, over 120. So like 150 feet, for example. Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm counting it double. I'm sorry. No, it's like that's just. Of course, that's another level.
Put it next to the other side.
It's like
Okay, yeah. Thank you.
It's like 50, 60.
40, 50, 60. Okay. Want to engage? Should we engage? I'm asking Rex.
Absolutely, my friend. I'm covering, as we're circling, covering with Celeste, just trying to, pick off, stragglers that are on the boat and keeping an eye out for their friends, like waiting for them to pop out of the boat.
Do we jump back to initiative order, or
yes?
How do we do this?
Yes, we do. So you see, for Rex to answer, you see Mayra coming out of the cabin quarters, the cabin area. The ship is like, as I said, like almost 90 degrees on its side. Like, let's say it's 75 degrees. So like Mayra is holding on to the door not to, like, fall down the whole main deck, slide down the main deck. You don't see Cole, you don't see the others, you don't see Warner, you don't see Coding. You see her, she's probably watching Morgar rising above the ship. And yeah, I'm going to roll initiative for Morgar, just to place him, it. That's a solid 0 on initiative, so it's D20. Just for funds, 18. Which places it
Before
Lars. Yeah.
No way, you can finish him up.
So Rex is up, I guess, yeah?
So Rex.
Is there anyone? So I see Mayra. We don't see Ko yet. We don't see the rest of the team.
Mm-hmm.
Is there anything near Mayra that I can kind of help? take out to sort of clear the way for her?
Well, she's too close to the beast. Take out? I'm not sure what you mean.
You mentioned that there's marrows on the deck and
They're in the water. They're picking.
Oh, they're in the water.
Yeah,
okay.
They're picking the survivors who jump. As you can see at this moment, also one more thing to add. There's been an instant and systematic and very effective slaughtering of the crew. So as you look down, it's a heartbreaking sight to see almost everyone dead already. But they are dead in different forms. You know. Some of them are desiccated in a group, hit probably by an area spell, that's like necromantic spell, desiccated. Others are frozen in the water. There's blood in the
like a cloud kill. Yep.
Or like actually a cloud kill is on board, you know, just slowly drifting away over the water and coming off from the ship, as you can see it now, moving naturally with the winds that are whipped by the storm ahead. In its path, everybody, you know, white and dead. There is also this very, very constant lightning strikes that are like with this rhythm, you know. It's like very rapidly striking at one of these, and there's almost nobody you can already save, you know. So you see one guy and you think, oh, maybe him I can save, and then he's harpooned in the back, and then you look right and there's that one guy and there's a lightning and he's dead, you know. So
tough luck.
So it's basically you and Morgar.
Let's
so
do
Rex-
this.
Rex is
We're
up.
not gonna fight Morgar, right? Right. Take out the chain. take out my chain.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, he's I think asking Farrah Malars. We're not fighting that, right?
No, we agreed. That wasn't the plan.
Outstanding, mate. Take the chain. I have looking on the character sheet, this thing, the spike, which is a very kind of a long chain with a spike on the end of it. And I'm gonna wrap it around my arm and drop the chain down so that we can fly by for Mayra or Ko or whoever to grab hold of it to drag them off the boat. I'm trying to get creative with how do we get them off.
Yes, very cinematic, and also let me help here. As Morgar grabbed the ship, let's assume that the tilt of the ship is away from it, so that so when you come out, you could slide down below the stairs, or like next to the stairs and like to the other side, and like jump into the water on the other side, because it's higher. It actually tries to like push it over, you know, the whole ship, which is also again in the middle is cracked and it's broken off.
So if Lars and Rax are moving in to be able to swoop up who they can, Mayra is going to shout to Ko to get I even highlighted it, so I'm not going to get these names wrong. Cadwin and Father, get the Father and that one to she kind of moves and she moves outside the door so that they can see.
Well, look,
Just gesturing to get them through. And then, is it my action, or are we still? Is Rax still going?
I think it's Rax's action, and well, he's slowed down by Farrah Malars coming late, you know, and being slower. You get the chain. It's dangling. I don't know how long it is, but it's dangling down some 10, 20, 30 feet. I don't know how long the chain is. And
I think probably about maybe 15 feet long or so.
Right.
It's meant to be used also as a weapon and a climbing instrument, so it's got some length to it.
Yeah.
But he's just dangling it down so that they can grab hold of it. And
Yes.
and honestly, he's not like, hey, let's pull them up. It's like whenever someone catches onto it, it's drag them off the boat. Like, let's just get going however we can.
So
There's
what
no grace to this, by the way.
well, we will make it very cinematic. So Mara moves out from the door. I'm trying to show with my enormous lighter here, or highlighter. So the whole thing slides this way. So you slide down here, and you can slide off the ship here very quickly within one turn, within your turn.
Right.
So when Codling Grillas looks out the door, he gets frozen by fear, and he runs to the other side of the door. Okay. So Father Volnir behind him, and of course Cole can do whatever he would like. And they also jump after you into the water as you jump into the water. And
Mayra hasn't jumped into the water yet. Mayra
has not.
I'm holding to take my action. So.
Okay.
And Morgar has an attack of opportunity with it has a 30-foot reach.
Whoa.
Thank you, Tommy. Thank you. You will have a taste of Morgar. But what I'm saying is that these guys.
Thank you, Tommy.
These guys from inside, from their safety. No, actually not, because he look. Okay, I'm rewind. So
Well,
let's slow down.
yeah, I was gonna say Ko would give a little advice.
What
too,
does
so.
Mara do? She readies herself, holds the action, right?
So Mayra, whenever Rax is, so I'm behind Rax in initiative.
Yes, Rex has lowered the chain, but you can see Pheromalars slowly turning. It will take some time.
Okay, so it's my turn. Okay, I am going to take that 4th level spell, and I'm going to cast Control Water
Oh, nice.
around Magor.
Morgar.
Morgar. I'm going to cast
Morgar.
around.
Only his mother calls him Mayror.
On very rare occasions only.
And
Holidays
I
and
am
birthdays.
going to use part water.
Oh, yes.
So you cause water in the area to move apart and create a trench, which extends across the spell's area, which is 100 cubic feet. So it's 100 feet deep and 100 feet wide. All she is trying to do is give us a couple of beats of space to be able to hopefully part this water, because she's assuming he doesn't reach all the way to the floor, the ocean floor. I mean, we're not, you know.
Oh, you want to
he's-
create a trench of water or air
Under
Morgar, so he disappears into this
Yes.
hole.
Right.
What's the
like
depth?
I said,
What's the
not
depth
looking
again?
to-
100 feet.
It's 100. Yeah, it's a inside an area chooses.
All right, I would like to describe this scene. There is this 30-foot high, even more 40-foot high and wide. You can see on the image. Please zoom in. Very detailed, very nice image. It's golden runes on its tentacles glowing with every spell it casts. Its tentacles reaching in all directions, on its face, next to its body, and you are just a tiny creature in front of it, standing on this ship that breaks apart under your feet in a couple of seconds, and you cast this spell, and this creature just disappears from the horizon. You know, as much as you can see. Of course, it grabs into the ship. The whole thing tilts the other way as it just holds into it. You're almost catapulted, at the water, but you're holding, tight to the stairs. And now you need to climb the other side. You can slide, but you need to climb the other side of the ship because it holds onto it. How long does the spell last?
It is 10 minutes.
Okay.
So she's, and the main purpose of that again was to get it out of the way. So now it shouldn't get those attacks of opportunity on anyone.
Yes. It's all of its tentacles. Well, some of its tentacles are occupied by. But you know what? Let me throw a dexterity saving throw for this guy. If it can. Why? If it can grab onto
Because
the
it's
ship.
a legendary creature, it's... Yeah, okay.
Oh, yeah. If it fails a saving throw, it can choose to succeed instead. Well, it holds onto the ship. And you can... What you wanted to achieve is achieved. So its tentacles are occupied by holding onto the ship. How wide is this thing? It's 100 feet deep. How wide is the hole?
It says it's a cube, 100 feet. So
100
it's
feet
a,
on all sides.
right.
Okay, well, what happens is that it with its weight almost, tries to pull, well, not tries, but due to physics and its weight, it grabs into the ship and almost, pulls the ship into the hole, this cube. But the ship has not cracked in half yet, but as you can see with this, it's going to. It holds for a while because the ship is significantly bigger than Morgar, like 3 times bigger than the creature itself, but it's broken already. So soon it's going to break in half very, very sooner than it would sink. So in 2 rounds, it's going to break in half under its weight, and who knows what Morgar will do next. That's what you did. Your move action?
Yeah, so the move action then, she is moving to get off the ship and get into the water.
Please move your
So on the opposite side. So I'm assuming I can move underneath here. So 5, 10, 15, 20. I can move far enough to be able to jump off the side of the ship.
I guess, yes, of course. You jump off and it's very cinematic. The ship just tilts the other way back towards Morgar as it holds onto it. So what happens is that Codwin Gvilas and Father Volnir, that's what Ko can see from the inside. They crash against this wall here. I hope you can see.
Why are they going that way?
Because the whole ship tilts, that way.
Oh, it tilted the other one.
With Morgar pulling it down that way.
I got this. Sorry,
into this hole that you created. And it's not their turn yet, but it's Ko's turn now. And you can see them like crushing, and falling and into this little alleyway and crying out for him, help us, help us.
So Ko would spend his whole action helping them get out the door and pushing them along. And the advice, he'd be looking around and say, guys, you need a piece of wood to help you float. We don't know how long we'll be on the ocean. Be ready to swim. And what we thought was bad is only going to get worse. So whole action trying to help get them in the way we're going.
All right. You are going to them to this little nook or whatever you call this in English, this alleyway, and they immediately grab onto you, like both of them.
His ankles, yeah.
Yeah, Codwin Gvilas holds your shell with one hand from behind of Father Volnir. Yeah. Father Volnir like smoothens up against you and like holds onto you, and you move on this upward tilting ship inside the ship, of course, still by the wall, dragging yourself. I would like to ask you to make a strength check against DC 10 to see if you can. What's your strength?
Gladly will make it, but like them not listening to me of grab wood and be like, men, he would just kind of
No, they're dependent.
These guys are whips. Okay. You said saving throw, right? Our strength check.
Strength athletics more. Yeah. What's your strength score, by the way? It's probably high, right?
18 for my strength score. So 22 on a strength check.
Okay, so you easily pull both of them to the next door, to the top. This is now top door, and you just go out and grab. That's where your turn ends. Actually, you grab onto the side of the ship. They are both dangling on your body, and Morgar is screeching and growling below you almost already as the whole ship tilts, and then comes Feromalaris and turns.
No, then comes Morgar at 12.
At 12, oh yeah, Morgar is.
Yeah, I think Ko's last thought would be a men. We need to be men right now. So
Morgar is at 18, and it is quicker than Father Volnir and Codwin Gvilas. So. What it does is.
So they're like here, yeah?
I don't know. I'm checking Morgar's stat block now. Please move on where they should be, and put the 2 others very near to them.
I did.
Cool. And what happens? There are several things that have happened. One is that by the time you reach, at the moment when you reach this the position where you're at now, it casts a spell with its mighty voice, speaking the verbal components, its tentacles wiggling, and its runes, the runes on its tentacles, shining bright with golden light. It casts a spell that Mara can immediately recognize, which is control water, and the water just closes up below it, just surges upwards, bringing it up to position to the level of the ship again. And that was one of its legendary actions. And then,
Just like a buoy.
and then when it comes, it.
It casts another.
Wait.
It costs prestidigitation because he's upset.
He's upset.
Or moves a bit.
I have to check the spell. So this is when you DM spellcasters. Alright, so it casts a spell. Again, so swiftly. It has cast control water while you were moving and doing your stuff. And when it comes, it casts another spell immediately, which is which manifests as a sphere of negative energy that ripples out in a 60 feet radius sphere from a point on your head goal. And it's everywhere in 60 feet. It's a sphere of basically it's a sphere of death. And each creature in the area must make a Constitution saving throw to halve the damage, which I'm going to roll in a minute. The DC.
I think
Actually,
I'll use
60
my
feet.
break.
It is maybe that Pheromalars is also in there, and Rax.
Yeah.
And also, this is an emanation, so it's below the ship, so it's Mara and some of the last survivors.
What's the DC?
The DC is
what type of damage?
22.
22. Okay, say fail.
What type of damage? What type of damage is it?
The damage is, I guess, necrotic. I'm just moving away from the spell now. It's 8d6 necrotic damage. It's a circle of death.
And the way you work inspiration is you have to take the second roll. It doesn't matter.
You have
Okay.
to take the second.
Yeah, I mean, I feel inspired.
I felt inspired till I rolled a 1.
Is
20.
any
20.
This is the 8d6. It's 32 or half 16.
is anyone within 10 feet of me? I didn't know if anybody made it off the.
No, well they're like 30 feet. But the ship tilts back as the water surges up. Morgar comes up. The ship tilts back. They are 30 feet above you. You can see Ko's face, leaning out from the railing, above the railing, when on his head or around them.
I thought you guys would be faster.
No. Ow.
Good things come to those who wait.
Okay, I was just trying to see if I could get anybody into my aura of protection, but she's used her movement, so she can't get back up.
How
Except,
much damage? Oh, sorry.
was that and that wasn't an opportunity attack that Morgar just made. That was just his action.
That is its action, yeah.
30.
Classic Morgar.
32. That's 32. Like you could see casting 2 spells in 1 round, so that's something to note there. And what you're up against, and 32 damage, necrotic, or half 16 if you roll Constitution save at DC 22 or more. What happens is this globe of this blast of death just basically withers away your flesh and skin and delivers massive pain, and that's what happens.
And how much damage did it do?
32?
32.
Or half of it, 16.
Okay.
Ko's face, from being very determined, is now looking like strained and pushing, and it's hard to. He's having to focus now versus just like, oh, it's fighting time.
So,
Lars is Lars is gonna try something futile. Doing a kind of fly over, so from here to within 30 feet. just like the stairs, so that's 10, 20, 25, 30, 35,
You can do it. You can do it.
40. So moving 40 and using his repulsive breath weapon on Morgar. So like you know, taking a deep breath and just forcing air. Supernatural speeds at Morgar. DC is 15 dex save.
I thought we agreed.
And if failed, then it's pushed back 40 feet.
Wait, hold on. Let me roll with let's see. So you release this blast of energy, which is basically force that is pushing everything back. So the crates, the everything, just all the dead bodies.
Kind of like
everything.
a storm, I think. You know, because it's a lightning breath weapon, and this is like a storm.
Like a wind, sort of, yes.
A thunderstorm.
And everything in the way is pushed away, and then, that's a natural 20.
Okay.
It is not affected at all.
Cool. So the rest of the movement, it just turns and flies 40 the other way.
Okay. And
Which is
and you guys can grab onto Rax's chain, which dangles past very quickly, actually. So there's no.
Is that a strength check for both of us, for Lars and Rex?
No, wait. I tell you what happened.
Okay.
So you look down and immediately, because you're asking this, you can immediately tell that Rex is heavy. And if anybody else, especially Cole, grabs onto that chain, it's either Rex falling or you both going down, or you need to, both need to make.
Do I have time
strengths of feet
to
of strength
cast enhance ability on Lars?
You have actually done nothing but move and equip the. Yeah, of course. Yeah, you don't have an action, so you don't.
I just
use.
if
you didn't use your action, so yes.
If it's going to be his strength that determines how far we can pull these things and to hold me,
I tell you what. If you hold on to the chain, you need to hold on to Pheromonars. If you put the chain around his neck or whatever, and you just somehow tie it to him, it's his strengths only. So it's either both or just his.
Oh, let's keep it both, and I'm going to enhance
yours.
I'm gonna enhance mine, yeah. I thought we
no,
agreed.
I'm sorry. Just basic physics. You don't hold on to anything yet. So you can hold one person, and he needs to. Pheromonars needs to overdo his.
Yeah, because I'm
gonna give him the juice.
I'm
then.
sorry. Yes, sorry. Yeah. You
So
give him the juice.
who's gonna be holding on to the chain is my question.
Well, first to act is Kadoingulas. He's jumping for the chain. I'm going to.
Yeah, and Ko would try to get them, like, they need. I'm not worried about me, I'm worried about them because there was this.
So look, Kadoingulas is quite quick about it and grabs onto the chain. Father Volnir just reaches for it, but Kadoingulas just with the swing, just taken out of the off deck by the chain. So Rax, you are holding on to this, I don't know, 140-pound person, two hands, or like one hand you're holding on to
definitely two.
to Pheromonars, and then this is tied on your waist, and your arm wrapped around your arm, lower arm, and you hold on to Kadoingulas, who is holding to it tied.
Saying to Lars, "Oh, I didn't think we were bringing him with us."
What do you do now? Actually, if we're going turn by turn, we should play one more turn, then just to put an end to this and to finish this scene off. What does Rax do? Because it's your turn now.
He's just trying to keep the chain somewhat steady so that people can grab hold of it if they want. If they want to brave the water, fine, but he just wants to create an opportunity to drag people off of this boat.
Mm-hmm.
It won't be graceful, may not be beautiful, but it may help get them off the boat. And as far as he doesn't see Ko yet, but I'm like, if Ko wants to grab it and just skip along the water on the back of his shell, like whatever works to get away from this thing.
All right, so you are still in position. So let me move Codling Grillos. He's in the air actually, like here. So the chain. Anybody who wants to grab the chain needs to do so there. So yeah, you're holding on to the chain. What do the others do? It's Mara's turn.
Man, I didn't pick that. I thought I had one for you, but I don't. That's fine. That's fine.
Yeah.
You didn't take a
Yeah.
grappling hook and 50 feet of rope?
No, I thought I had a potion of flying. But I have a potion of climbing. So let's see. Okay, so who all is in the water at this point? So Cadwin.
Just you.
Oh,
Codling is dangling on the end of this 15 long. 15
oh,
feet
he's on the
long
chain. Okay, Cadwin is on the chain, and then Father and Ko are still on the edge of the ship.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so fly, you fools, fly! Let's see.
And
What
in the
is
background, it's.
right? So I'm keeping concentration on the trenching, and oh, I would. That is not a concentration speed. Oh, but it does take 10 minutes to cast.
Oh.
We got 10 minutes. Go for it.
That's great.
I make a coffee.
Everybody, just hang out here. Let's see. I am going to burn through every possible magic item that we can, and I am going to. Sorry, let me look this up really quickly. Mara is going to pull out a emerald gem and crush it.
I know what that is.
I know, right? And
I have my guesses.
As the gem crushes and then it turns to water, and just bleeds down her fingers, and from it explodes a water elemental.
Yes, thank you.
And that's what she's doing. That's her action, is to release this water elemental.
You can command it still, so you can give it a command.
So the command to the water elemental as she releases it, and she, I don't know, emotes the friendlies around us, and just shout to the water elemental, commanding it to protect and guard, and turn and pointing to kind of this little group right here. You see us, right? There's like these. You got it.
It does understand everything. So you point at Ko, who is like leaning over the railing, and the water elemental just like a whirling, vortex of water just rises out of the water, and of course it provides a sort of safe area for Ko and Father Boulder to jump into and to be protected by.
Morgar has a legendary action.
Yes, thank you, Tommy. So
That smile's too subtle. I love it.
yeah,
you did the same thing, but
I forgot something very, very serious and very important. So yeah, I need to add that at the moment of the circle of death, there were casualties because I need to check their HPs.
not the cook.
Because it's not the good. it's the priest, Father Volnir. And I'm sorry for backtracking, but Father Volnir, just as you look at him in this vortex of or emanation, blast of negative necrotic energy, you can see it goes through it. Like I guess you've seen Indiana Jones, where the Nazi SS general or someone just turns into a skeleton basically and just falls down. And the same happens to Cuddling Gorillas.
Oh, man.
I forgot to add this part.
Yeah, they were useless anyway,
These
Don't
two
be
just
careful.
blasted into nothingness, by the necrotic energies.
Yeah.
Their bodies ripped apart by the necrotic energies.
So there's
Oh
no
my
death waves happening here or anything. These guys are
The chain is just dangling at this point.
Yes. So now
Oh, it's still got his foot on it.
Lars doesn't need to make a strength check anymore.
No, I'm sorry. I totally forgot this part. So these guys can't take the onslaught of Morgar's spell, which is too powerful, way too powerful for them. Are you guys intact with the 32 damage or 60?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so these two are gone. Okay? And they turn into bones and dust and just blown away by this energy. So there was no need to hold on, no need for the enhanced ability and all of that. I'm sorry for that. Or just this happens now if you prefer. But then I would like to also add that and this was this turn, right? Because it has cast a spell already, which just takes up its legendary action. So that's it doesn't have anymore legendary actions. So it's Cole's turn. There's this water elemental rising like a blanket of water for you to jump into.
I think Ko, like, now redoing it like the father melts away, he would look down to see if he sees the holy symbol, and if he does, he'd pick it up.
Yes.
And kind of say, well, you will face your redeemer, and then he would just hop on into the ocean and start swimming.
Okay. So at this moment, what happens is, I would like to take just finish and just as an end scene, turn it into an end scene where I guess Mara swims quite well, right? So you have a swim speed.
Yeah, but she can also, like, if let me see, what is a water elemental has a swim speed of 90 feet. So,
The water, you rely on the water elemental.
Yeah.
It's very fast. It's faster than a dolphin, which I checked for Jade, which is 60. So maybe you can reach them.
Yeah.
The thing is that the water elemental engulfs both of you, and like gone. Above water levels, taking Ko does breathe water underwater, can hold breath.
Yeah, I've got a magical item.
Okay, so it goes. The water elemental doesn't know, but you command it to just go underwater, go quick, go fast, disappear, gone, quick, and it just bursts out. Feromalars has a flying speed of 80.
80.
I'm
80.
guessing, right?
So just
So you
kind of
keep
very
up.
low, very low, next to right above the water
But this
line.
is high speed, right? So you like both like Feromalars goes above water level, like the water just parts under you as you just swoop over the sea. You go out of this storm cloud, which is not a big one. It's just
looking back.
and you look back and the ship just goes crushing in half and going down, and Morgar is crying out, roaring above it, and then soon as you go, very soon the ship just disappears almost, and Morgar just also goes underwater, and you are speeding as fast as you can to get away from this scene, and the closest piece of land that you can see is this island, emerald green, beautiful jungles on the horizon, a couple of miles, not too far. The island of Kyoku, the island of the Minotaurs, where Captain Gix wanted to drop off Cuddling Gorillas. and you have these images in your head as you speed with Godwin, and Godwin jumping for the rope and then dissipating into nothing but bones, and then Father Walner just crying out in pain and just gone, and all the crew members and everything just echoes, this terror echoes in your head as the water becomes silent and you are heading towards wherever you want. You don't have to go to the island, that's the closest one, closest land. And this is where we end our session today, and I would like to give you the opportunity to tell me how this felt and what you think and how your characters felt, and just
We survived.
And as you look back, the clouds also dissipate and gone, and it's clean waters and shipwreck, or like debris of water. Go ahead, Joe.
It's not too often you get to see a meteor storm go off.
Yeah.
That was absolutely super cool. I think if you're going to completely wreck something, like wreck it hard, and the absolute whole bits of the ship just turning into toothpicks all around us while we're trying to fight this vampire spawn and this other guy, and like trying to, and I love Lars trying to like save, you know, Conway to get him out of there.
Yes.
And then the absolute, I've got to say, I love Circle of Death as a spell. It's so great. The imagery pulling from, you know, the Last Crusade or Raiders of the Lost Ark, right? When they look at the Ark, and the face, I was like, from now on, that is in my head. Is that's what Circle of Death does when it right when it takes somebody out. Horrified.
Yes.
Absolutely horrifying. And I'm kind of glad like that nobody took us up on the chain offer. He was like rolling it up, you know. Like there's maybe still like a, I don't know, a piece of vertebra, like Codwin like jumping for it and then getting blasted to nothingness.
His hand,
like, well,
his hand is on it.
His hand, right? We're gonna clean this when we get to the. Anyway, it was. I love the pacing, the bombasticness of it. Morgar was amazing. Yeah, great. I had such a good time.
Thank you. I'm happy.
Yeah. Cadwin was maybe a casualty, but Father Wolner, oh, that was in the field.
He didn't deserve that, even for his sins.
He was the gentle.
Yeah. John?
I love the balance between like combat and like environment mechanics. You know, it's not just us fighting things, but it's this and also trying to keep them safe and dynamic, like kind of being the caboose and just like, okay, we got to make sure, like that's a fun management thing. And narrative is just great to play out too, you know, like what would you be saying, how would you encourage, like I like that a lot. And then that thought of like, oh, we were almost there, but no.
Yes.
with getting almost off the ship, like that's beautiful, that's poetic. I like it a lot. I kind of want to do the Hulk saying puny god. I mean, he can't take a ship down in one hit. You know, we got this. We can take him down. We can't cast counterspell, but we can take him down.
April, anything to add?
No, I mean, I think I'm just sitting here with a memoriam for Father Wolner. And
well, you can mourn him as soon as you're.
We'll say some prayers.
Yes.
Yeah, the gentle love that never was to be between him and Solera.
Aww.
Yeah.
If they'd only had more time.
Yeah.
Well, it was kind of probably one-sided. Father Wolner probably was more would have been more passionate or you know than Solara, who's just a lewd woman, a lewd sailor. Okay, well, thank you very much for being here today. Thanks to everyone for watching. Thanks to John, thanks to April and Joe from Twice the Dice for being with us on this journey, and the journey continues. We're taking on other waters very soon, and more to come. There's a lot to uncover. Please visit their channel where they play Crown of the Oathbreaker. It is linked in the description below. Please check out elderbrain.com if you are interested in Torrents of the Spellhoarder or Crown of the Oathbreaker or both. Catch us on Discord anytime. We respond as fast as we can, and please also like and subscribe to keep track of our future sessions. Thank you very much for today, guys, and see you soon.
Thank you as well. Ciao.
Ciao. Thank you. Bye bye.
See ya.
See ya.